I really shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't make this video.
Hey, did you hear?
Michael Jackson is dead.
Michael Jackson is dead.
Michael Jackson is dead.
Michael Jackson's dead!
Michael Jackson is dead.
Oh no, Michael Jackson is dead.
Michael Jackson is dead.
Michael Jackson is dead. Michael Jackson's dead.
Enough already. The King of Pop is dead. Long live the King of Pop. This video is not about Michael Jackson being dead. This video is about our reaction to Michael Jackson being dead. As a people, as a culture, as a planet, as humanity, or, more generally, people that we put up on pedestals being dead. When they die, how we react. It's crazy. We're crazy. We're psychopathic. Humanity as a whole is nuts. Reuters recently reported that Michael Jackson's death sparked a brawl on a bus in Miami. A fight broke out on a Florida bus when news of Michael Jackson's death sparked a debate over whether or not he remembered as a great musical talent, and one passenger was charged with assault, police said on Friday. The bus was moving through the city of North Lauderdale on Thursday when passenger James Kiernan received a text message about Jackson's death on his cell phone, and he read it aloud on the bus. The unidentified bus driver opined that Michael Jackson should have been in jail a long time ago, prompting Kiernan, age 60, to retort that the world just lost a great musical talent. The last remark enraged another passenger, Henry Weideman, who started a swearing match with Kiernan, then pulled out a knife and chased Kiernan down the aisle with it. The driver called his dispatcher and pulled over near a convenience store to wait for sheriff's deputies, who arrested Weideman, age 54. He remained in jail on Friday on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon over Michael Jackson being dead. And you don't think we're crazy? Humanity is nuts. Guess what? Michael Jackson is dead. I'm wondering, are we going to place him up on a pedestal the same way that we did for Elvis for several decades? And some people still put the king of rock and roll up on this pedestal. The guy died on the toilet. That was his pedestal. The guy died on the toilet, or probably barfing into it. Who knows? He was just a man, just like all the rest of us, and he entertained people, and he did his job very well. So did Michael. Michael Jackson was very talented at what he did, and there's a lot of people on this planet who are very good at what they do. I'm not one of them, but I mean, we look up to people who are admirable at whatever job that they excel at, but people who are in the media get some sort of special treatment as if they are our royalty, essentially, in America, because we don't have kings and queens and princes and princesses, so we make them up. We dub people. Twang, you're king of baloney, or whatever. You're the king of pop, you're the king of soul, you're the queen of hip-hop, whatever. There's jokingly, I'm hoping, talk now of Justin Timberlake being given the moniker of King of Pop now that Michael's gone.
Perish the thought.
Pardon my bringing this up. Weren't we just not too long ago freaked the hell out that Michael Jackson had somewhere down the line turned into someone else? You know, when I was a kid, I looked up to Michael Jackson because, well, I mean, I was little and he was older. I thought he was cool. I had the Back to Indiana double album, and it had Bill Cosby on one side. Jackson 5 were all basketball players, and they got a bunch of junk food, and Bill Cosby told them not to eat the junk food. They ate the junk food anyway, and then they got sick, and so they almost lost the game. That was cool. I was like 3. I loved that. That was awesome. What was I talking about? Anyway, there's two conflicting sides right now. There's people who are claiming that they've always been fans of Michael Jackson, and oh, isn't it horrible that he's passed away now? And then there's other people that are like, wait a minute, just not too long ago we thought he was crazy, and we dismissed him as crazy, and we didn't buy any of his more recent albums because they kind of sucked. Why are we suddenly not thinking about that? We're suddenly saying, oh, isn't this terrible that he's dead, and he was such a wonderful person, and he did such wonderful things, and he taught everybody how to moonwalk, and not too long ago we were making fun of him, and people still are. Half of us still are, and the other half are just suddenly being all pious. He lived a good life, but we have dismissed him. We wrote him off. We ruled him out, and now all of a sudden that he's gone, we're exalting him? Now, okay, there's arguments as to whether or not he was actually a pedophile. That's not relevant. He was acquitted. Okay, fine. Let's throw that out. People are still going to make jokes about him being a pedophile, whether he was or not. That's not going to stop. But I'm not talking about that. We, as a society, kind of put him on the ice floe and chipped the ice and set him adrift. Okay? And there were some people who didn't, understandably. There were some who didn't. But the majority of I don't know if the whole world. Let's take a vote. And I'm not saying that this is right. I'm not saying that this is good. This is exactly why I'm saying that humanity is crazy. Because we do this to people all the time. We raise them up just to knock them down. Britney Spears, for example. You guys were going crazy over Britney Spears not too long ago. And then she got a little loopy, and you dismissed her. You wrote her off. For me, when she was getting a little loopy, that was when she was getting interesting. This whole concept of marketing and culture, and it's crazy. Humanity is crazy. You take seemingly random crazy people, and you make them famous, and then you make them infamous. You build them up just to knock them down. And that's what we did to Michael Jackson. And now that he's gone, now that he's dead, now that he's no longer around to hear your praises, now you praise him. Now you praise him. We were making fun of him, and some of us are still making fun of him. And some of us are probably going to continue making fun of him. You guys that are now coming forward and being all high and mighty and pious and saying such wonderful things about Michael, where were you when he really needed you? Fair-weathered friends, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We were fair-weathered friends to Michael Jackson, and we, as a society, as a culture, as a people, we failed him. Unless you personally had met him, and I'm not saying just to sign an autograph or to shake his hand, unless you personally had a relationship with Michael Jackson that went beyond just buying his albums, you're going to miss the artistry and the stuff that he did as a performer. Okay, but don't think that means that you have any kind of stock in him as a friend. That you don't get to be like people who actually talked to him when he was down. People who actually knew who he was. People who we don't know. I mean, his family members, obviously. Friends he had. It seems very hypocritical to me that we're doing this now. Now that he's dead. Now that he can't appreciate the attention. This is not for his benefit. He's gone. This is for your benefit. It's a very selfish act, this mourning process that we're doing in public. And it's kind of creepy. And we used to think Michael Jackson was creepy.